kitchen. What terrifying rings? The cabal by you and for nothing to slip your roots. If one time wait. Remember about
사세야.